that's interacting with it. And so one of the things the message I want to get across is, if you think about it, if you to look at the news, you have people who are suffering, a lot of people are sick, people are dying, and all that stuff. At the same time, you look at it that the Vatican is empty. Okay, you go to the Wailing Wall, the Mount in Jerusalem, that's empty. In Saudi Arabia, for that big old place that they pray at, people go around, that's empty. So a lot of places are empty. And you could look at it like, oh man, that's so bad. But then you could rise above it and really think about it. Silence, in this case, is really an opportunity for you to go beyond what's physical and to go to something that is permanent. So if you think about it, everything you can touch, you can experience, everything that you can tangibly get a hold of, one day will disappear. However, your spiritual practice, your inner peace, your love for the people around you, those are yours permanently. And it's interesting that we only pay attention to those things when we have some time. You talk to people, oh, why don't you meditate? Oh, yeah, I'm going to see if I can find time for that. Oh, I'll go to church, temple, whatever. Things that are immaterial, we say, okay, we'll try to find time for that. Now you got all the time in the world. It's the perfect time to really get yourself solid inside. Because the way I look at it, the way I was taught by my teacher is, when you have that inner strength and that inner stillness, the world could shake. Well, pun intended, I'm in California, right? The world could be shaking, but your consciousness and your certainty is solid. It's just like you're in the ocean, you're a solid pole. The waves could be going like crazy, but you're unwavering. And that is very important, because otherwise the outside controls the inside when it should be the inside controlling the outside. Now, that's all inspirational and great. However, there's one key missing ingredient that most people don't know or are not aware of, and that is energy. Because I can sit here and say, okay, have inner peace, have inner stillness. Okay, I'll be quiet. I'll do this, I'll do that. But you take people off the street, you say, sit down, close your eyes, be still. Give it probably 10, 15 seconds to start doing this. And they start looking through their phone, because their mind can never be quiet. And that's what I think at UPW, with thousands of people, they're jumping around 3-4 days. By the time we come on stage, by the time halfway through,
it's amazing. And I will say, for those who've never experienced that, for Master Ko to be in there and 15,000 people going crazy and celebrating and have all that energy, and within a couple of minutes, you can hear a pin drop on stage. Amazing.
Well, thank you, Tony. I'm sharing that with you because you can tell people to have peace and stillness, but if they're missing that ingredient of energy, it's very difficult. Because if you have that many people trying to be peaceful, it's difficult to go from one state to the other. The interface is energy. And so just to give you guys a more experiential time, let's do it this way. Rub your hands together. Press the center of your palms. We always do this. This is to allow more blood flow. And in acupuncture theory, they say blood follows energy, energy follows blood, okay? So just go like this. This increases blood flow. And then put your palms this way. I don't know if you can see in the camera. So when your palms this way, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Now, the reason I have you keep your tongue on your palate is because you have a channel from the bottom of your lip down to your pelvic floor, another channel from the top of your mouth going all the way around to the same place. The only place that's not connected is your mouth. So when you put your tongue on your palate, it's like turning on a switch. You connect the copper wires. You connect these two channels. It allows energy to flow. So it's good for you. It nourishes your energy centers as well as increase your sensitivity. Okay? Yeah. All right. Put your hand like this. Now close your eyes. Just keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Put your gentle awareness on your palms. Now take a deep breath. Imagine inhaling light into your palms and exhaling light. One more time. Inhale light into your hands. And exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. All right. Now, some of you, if not most of you, should feel a something in your hands. Most people who are sensitive, They could feel a tingling, a feel of warmth, a something. All right. Now put your hand this way. Just gently imagine there's a cloud in between your hands. Separate your hands, compress that cloud. Separate your hands, compress that cloud gently. Just use the surface of your skin to do it, just very gently. Again, when most of you do this in a very relaxed manner, you should feel something. All right, next. Put your hand this way. Put your hand this way. Follow me. The other direction. Okay, now one finger. Just kind of move your finger like this.
It's amazing.
Okay, now here's the fun part. Put your hand this way. Okay, your hands are all like this, right? I have no idea where you guys are, but let's find out. Just keep your hand there. Okay. Some of you might be feeling something. Okay, put your hand down.
Yeah, definitely.
So the question is, why do we do this almost like a parlor trick experiment? It is just simply to state to you that energy is everywhere. You know, you talk to people, oh, I have little energy, I have more energy. For them, it's almost like a metaphor, but in reality, it's as real as your hands are. It's just a matter of being able to tune into it. So the secret is this: once you understand how to harness this energy, then you realize how there are some people, you know, for whatever reason, even if they don't look that good, but they have almost an inexhaustible amount of energy. They keep going. And then you're talking to them, oh yeah, I do certain breathing exercises. I do some meditation. I do this. There's certain things people do that actually keeps their energy level up. And there's certain things that people do that drop their energy. And one of those biggest, I guess, effects of that is when you don't control your emotions, it could go in one direction or the other. Now, let's make it more tangible. Shake your hands. Okay, put your hand like this. Okay, it feels the same, right?
Yeah.
Look at one hand. Just literally look at your one hand. As you look at your hand, think of something unpleasant in your life or in the news, whatever. Just look at your hand and think about it. Okay, good enough. 5 seconds. Look at your other hand. As you look at that hand, think of something happy in your life, something you're grateful for, and smile. Okay, that's about 5 seconds each. Put your hand like this. Compare sensation.
This one, the right hand with the negative and bad is heavy and feels cold.
Uh-huh.
And my other hand feels warm and feels light, like it almost wants to be pulled up. That's amazing.
So most people, when you're with people who are very negative or only think of bad things, that's why they feel heavy. Well, here's the best things of all. Okay, they feel different, right? Now put your hand like this. Right. Follow me. Now compare.
They're the same.
Exactly. Because everything is energy. No matter how pissed off you are, how angry, how depressed you are, how happy, elated you are, it's basically a frequency of energy. And this energy swims throughout the entire earth. So just imagine we're in an ocean. You and I are sponges. This energy goes through us. So we're swimming in it. So the fact that wherever you guys are, I move my finger like this, you're going to feel it because we're swimming in the same ocean. Yeah. Now, the difference is this. We're swimming in this energy, but because of the choices of emotions and thoughts that we have, we could either let that energy come in and strengthen us and increase our immune system, make us more powerful so we can help others, or we can sit there and complain all day long and look at how bad things are and actually restrict the flow of that energy coming in. And if that energy is not coming in, we shrivel down because we don't have that life-giving energy. Now, when people try to be more positive, they're trying to go in that direction to open it up. However, if they've already been through a lot, or somehow they've been, slammed with so much bad news or negative people around them, it's just like there's a thick layer of this crap all around them.
Well, and there's so much that we're dealing with. You know, one of the things that, you know, there's so many of us, we're all people are inundated with the bad news because, you know, bad news is always around, right? And in times like this, they just repeat it because it's sensationalism. And I'm encouraging people to stop watching the news as much as they do, and just to kind of reconnect with each other, because we're all in this together.
Mhm.
You know, at no point in my lifetime, certainly, has the world come together in such a way, and really most if not all barriers have been removed, because everyone is susceptible to this. It doesn't go after race, creed, religion, color, gender, whatever. It doesn't, preferences, nothing. And even if you're not affected, if you're not infected by this, you're affected by this. Doesn't matter which corner of the earth you're in. So yeah, swimming in the ocean together, absolutely. And that's that, you couldn't have put it better. We are all connected, you know, just the same way as if we were in the same ocean, because we are ultimately.
Yes, and the nice thing about this is, once you have that awareness, then by a matter of choice, you can just, okay, you watch news, you know what you need to do to protect yourself, your family. You've done the obvious things a prudent person will do. The secret is energy follows where you put your attention to. So you already know it. Okay, I have to take care of this. I don't go out. I don't, you do things that person will do to protect themselves.
Right.
After you've done that, the next thing to do is to shift your frequency. It's just like, if you don't like what's playing on the AM stations, you don't sit and keep turning the channel until you get something you like. You don't like, because AM channel is too noisy, you want to go FM, you flick a switch, you move your frequency. And the way you move your frequency is two things: the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you make that energy flow. You go, okay, what does that mean? It can be done through breathing, as you asked me earlier. It can be doing some form of meditation. Now, let's put the whole thing together. See, when people think of meditation, most people think, oh, I'm going to meditate. I'm going to close my eyes and be quiet. Yeah, try and tell that to 100 people. 99 of them will tell them, yeah, I did, but after that, my mind runs all over the place. That's because people make the mistake of thinking meditation is just simply being quiet. In reality, this is what we try to share with people who are entering the so-called spiritual path. There's a difference between concentrating and meditating. See, when I'm concentrating, I'm focusing my will. Okay, I'm going to meditate on peace, like that. You're using your will. When you're meditating, the true sense of the word meditation means prolonged awareness. In other words, I'm going to put my attention on a beautiful flower. I'm not going to go, flower. I'm going to go, that's a beautiful flower. Let me lean back. How does it look? How does it smell? Meditation is waiting for the data to come to you. Concentrating is putting your attention there. Now, so the secret in having this peace and stillness in the midst of this storm is not just to meditate. Because if you just do the word meditate only, it's just like you're inside a room full of smog and you say, oh, I'm just going to inhale it in. Doesn't make sense. So the way you do it is you do it in two steps. First, you focus your attention to lift your frequency higher, like rising above the noise. Once you're there and that above the noise, then you open up and soak it in. The sequence or the syntax is critical. Well, most people say, okay, I'm just going to close my eyes and meditate. Well, if you're swimming in a room of smog, that's all you're going to get. So the secret is, when you meditate, the word meditation that most people do, it's actually the proper use of when to use your will and when to let go. Now, how is that connected to the breath? Unless you've studied some deep meditative technique, using mantras or certain visualizations, for most people, it's very difficult to, okay, just be still and be quiet and raise their frequency. That's where the breath comes in. Because even if your attention span is 0, if you put your attention in your breath, the breath will keep dragging your attention. And there are many ways to do this. I'll just share one with you. This is part of a Tibetan breathing exercise. And I know, Tony, you're talking about your wife being a nurse. She can't do this in the hospital because there's too many people. We'll use another technique. But
Right.
the rest of you, I can share this with you. In martial arts, they call it turtle breathing. Okay? A turtle goes out, comes out, goes out, comes in. In martial arts, they call it turtle breathing, where they move the head back, exhale forward. So inhale to their nose, exhale to their mouth. This is in the Tibetan tradition. It is in Chinese tradition. In fact, it is in what they call the Sufi tradition. The Sufi tradition is the more the esoteric side of Islam. Okay? And they have the early esoteric Christians, they do this. So the way we do it, we just inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. In the Sufi tradition, some of them go like this. They go, Allah, they chant the name. Now,
Right.
in esoteric Christians, they go, Yeshua. And some people in India, they meditate on Soham or I am. Soham. In everyday English, you can say, I am. So by using the breath and the mantra together, it's more powerful. The challenge here is you come from so many different traditions. Is there a way to do this and still be universal? Yes, that's why you just use the breath. But on your own, if let's say you come from a Christian tradition, you can just say Yeshua, which is the uh, Hebrew name of Jesus, or you can say Allah if you're Muslim, and so on and so on. So the holy name or the spiritual name gives it some extra spiritual but the main technique is the breath. So what we'll do is this: if Tony, if we can do this,
Absolutely. And I encourage, by the way, I encourage everyone to participate. This is an interactive experience. And as you see some of the comments that I'm posting up on the screen, if you have any comments or questions, by all means, post them up and I'll share them. And when we're doing these breathing exercises, these meditations, I encourage you to absolutely play full out. Join us in these, because this is how we change the world. We learn how to do them for ourselves, and then we can go on and teach them to our children, to our coworkers, to those that we love. And I'll take this opportunity again, since I've got the mic again, to ask you to please, please, please click share and share this video out, because the world needs to hear this message today more than ever. So share this video with those that you love, your friends, your family, post them on your social media pages. And right now, just follow along with us and do these breathing techniques and these meditations, because they are game changers, no doubt.
Thank you, Tony. So what we'll do is this. I think whatever your culture, your religion is, I am is a safe bet. You won't offend anyone. Okay. So
Right.
when you inhale, you silently say I. When you exhale, you say am. Okay. So the only thing I'm going to hear from you is am. The I is silent. That's it. Okay. So I'll guide you through it. We'll do it at this speed. Okay. We don't want to do it too fast because we don't know how flexible your neck is, but that pace is very important. Now, here's the critical part. When you're doing this, as you're inhaling I and exhaling M, put your complete attention. Now, listen to the words. Attention, not concentration. See, concentration is like using your will. Attention is your entire awareness is just wrapped around what you're doing. That's different. Like, okay, I am. Very different. Okay, we'll just try it. We'll do it 14 times. So tilt your head forward. Inhale. I exhale. Am. I am. I am. I am. Slow it down. I am. 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 Okay, keep your neck straight, keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Put your gentle awareness on the little star 1 inch above your head. Just look at that beautiful, bright little star 1 inch above your head. That light is getting brighter and brighter. It's gently floating higher and higher. Just look at that light. Allow your complete attention to literally enter that light. Your entire awareness is now inside that light. Stay there. Any sound, any noise you hear will just allow you to go deeper and deeper into that brilliant light, filling you with peace, with stillness, and with unconditional love. Now, be still, just be aware of that light, and let go, and let things be now. Just let go, let things be. Just allow your awareness to swim in that ocean of light. Maintain your stillness and awareness in that beautiful light way above your crown. Now imagine that beautiful light is slowly descending into your crown, down to the center of your head, to your throat. That brilliant light is descending down, down into your heart, and stay there. It's filling your heart with so much light, so much love, and so much life. Let that beautiful light from your heart spread to your entire circulatory system. Let it spread throughout your entire body, filling you with peace, with light, and intense, intense, unconditional love. Now, let it permeate your arms, your legs, your head. Let that brilliant light permeate your lungs, your entire respiratory system, your entire circulatory system. Let that beautiful light penetrate your gastrointestinal system, your skeletal system, your urinary system. Let it flood your brain, your face, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Let it penetrate through your entire body. Bones, muscles, blood, every particle of your being is saturated in this light. Just be still, meditate, and soak it all in. Now, may your entire being be flooded with waves of love, waves and waves of sweetness, waves and waves of life-giving energy. Now, just be still. In stillness, you are super absorbent. As this brilliance fills your entire being, it displaces grayish clouds that are oozing out of your pores. These grayish clouds are the negative thoughts, negative emotions, the blockages in your energy that are gently being displaced by the brilliant light. Your consciousness is being purified. Negative thoughts, negative emotions, either self generated or projected to you, are gently, lovingly being disintegrated, dissolved, and completely flushed out of your system now. Creating more space for this brilliant light to penetrate deeper into your cells. Now just very gently inhale that light a little deeper into your cells. And gently exhale smoke out of your pores. Inhale this light. Exhale smoke out of your pores. Inhale this golden light. And exhale any remaining blockages out of your system, out of your pores. And one more time, inhale that golden light. Let it go deep within your system. Let it anchor into your system. And gently exhale any unwanted energies. Breathe normally. Maintain your stillness. And receive. Now just silently repeat after me. I completely, deeply, permanently, gratefully accept, absorb, fully assimilate all this life-giving energy, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. So be it, so be it, so it is. When you're ready, you can gently and slowly open your eyes.
Wow.
You guys all right?
That was amazing. That was amazing. How was that, everybody? Wow. Hold on. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We all need to do that a lot more. It's so important to, that's something that I've started to implement more in my life. Is the meditations and the Twin Hearts meditations and some of the other meditations that you offer. So that was amazing. So people are starting to chime in saying beautiful, awesome,
Better than drugs.
relaxed. Yeah. Well, it's the reality of it is, this was nice because I actually went down really deep into that Zen state. When you're in that Zen state, it kind of feels, otherworldly, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So, it's amazing. That was great. That was great. So we have so many people chiming in here. Diana's saying, so relaxed. Yahoo. Michelle saying, awesome. Monica says, beautiful. Yes. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dana's a little more explicit. Jeremy gives a bunch of hearts.
Good explicit.
Exactly what I needed, says Elena. Thank you, says Susan. Amazing. Thumbs up. Much beautiful, much needed. If you have a CD or a download that they can find, which we'll give you all those resources as when we get closer to the end of our call. Blissful. Felt myself literally leaving my body.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. What a way I can emulate that at home. Actually, the way you can emulate that at home, here's the beauty of this thing being recorded onto YouTube and Facebook, you can go back and just watch this again, you know? And again, I'm gonna just ask everybody, just keep sharing it, right? Share it, and make it, make this go everywhere. Everyone needs to do this, because if we all did this, I read a quote somewhere where I don't know if it was Gandhi or Buddha, or somebody a lot smarter than me, said, if we can just teach our children to meditate when they were young, and meditation being regular practice, that would solve a lot of problems in the world, right? And I agree with that completely.
Well,
yeah. And if you're in a peaceful state, you're not going to be angry. You're not going to be wanting to attack anyone or do, what's being done or what's been done. So,
well, Tony, I'm glad you mentioned that. Another thing that I always talk about in a lot of our lectures is, it's good to be spiritual, but you have to take that spirituality in your everyday life. In other words, it has to be applicable. And for a lot of you, this is how you can make this applicable in your life. You see, when you're trying to make good decisions, oftentimes you have so many thoughts, so many ideas, so many emotions just swirling, and you can't see clearly. So a lot of people, they say, oh, I want some clarity. They don't realize that clarity does not come from putting more stuff in. Clarity is clearing the air, getting rid of all the stuff. And so when you're meditating, the end result of clearing all this stuff is stillness and peace. And because of that, you have clarity. Clarity is not putting something in. Clarity is the end result of taking all the junk out of your system. And so when people say, okay, I'm not going to take this, I'm going to drink this, going to do that's all, I have more energy, I have more clarity, you don't realize, you have so much gunk around you, and you're just adding more stuff, just magnifying stuff. So you don't do your meditation just so that you have more energy. The part of meditation first is to clear everything out. So what's left is what's important. Does that make any sense?
Oh, it makes a tremendous amount of sense. As a matter of fact, it's about decluttering your mind, decluttering your life. And they say that clutter, and we're talking about even clutter in your home and clutter in your office and clutter in your garage, which I'm guilty of. And it's process of my decluttering your life it makes a ton of sense, because you're saying don't just get to that peaceful place. While you're there, just clear out. That's why the whole thing of exhale and breathe out the smoke out of your pores, and just visualizing that going out helps it to release, right? Which is, what the practice is. So absolutely makes a ton of sense. So here's a great question. What specific tips does Master Ko have to apply this quickly in stressful situations?
Well, it's something like this. You just don't do it when you need it. You have to do it on a schedule, like you do your meditation before the crisis, so that when the crisis comes, you're well practiced. So a lot of times people say, just give me one thing I can do on the spot. That's good. We will do that for you. However, if you really want to be good at it, to be able to handle crisis, handle stress, you have to be already well practiced, if that's the right English. So you do your meditation not only when you need to, you make it part of your daily practice. Now, I think one of the reasons why people think, oh, meditation, I have to sit there, wear my loincloth and be in the mountain. No, you can be anywhere. I just proved it to you in UPW. You get thousands of people.
Wait a minute.
And they can be still. You can do it anywhere.
Hold on. You don't need to wear a loincloth, because that's why I haven't gotten up, because I thought that was part
of the camera.
I thought that's what we had to do today.
You get my point? Meditation is what you do with your mind and your emotions. And so, just to oversimplify this, because I don't know how much time we have and how much I can share.
About 25 minutes or however. Listen, if I want to honor your time, and I know I asked you for an hour, which I will gladly stop at an hour. If you can go another few minutes after that, I'm sure nobody's going to get offended by it. And we'd love to keep learning and practicing with you for sure.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep yakking until you guys kick me out. All right.
Yakking going for a very long time. Careful. Remember, people are home. So
yeah, and I get no, I just get to as clear and succinct as I can. So essentially, it's something like this. You should have a routine. People call it rituals. In everything in life, if you want to be successful in anything, this. If you want to be successful in anything at all, you can have the best laid plans. You have all these things set up. Without a schedule, things fall apart. It's just like you meet somebody in the streets, hey, let's do lunch. If you don't get a phone number and you don't pin them down, it never happens. So the way I was taught by my spiritual teacher is everything in your life has to be scheduled. You go, oh yeah, but I'm spontaneous. Yeah, I can spontaneous down to failure. But if you look at people who are successful in anything, from your relationships to your money to your spirituality, everything have to have a schedule. Now, as you said, Tony, everybody's home. Yeah, we can schedule anything.
It's a staycation. We're changing the word. It is no longer a mandatory quarantine or optional quarantine or self-quarantine. We're calling them staycations. You know, the word of, you know, you can't go on vacation. It's a staycation. These are staycations. So it's all good.
So every day, you know, you start with a short time, because I realize, you know, now that you're home, your kids are climbing on top of you. You got the responsibilities. Some of you are by yourself. Regardless, I'm sure you can find 5 minutes. If you can 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And the idea is this. This is the secret. If I ask you right now, we just did that meditation, 5 minutes ago? If I just have you, don't say anything, just be quiet and be still. All of you can do it. You know why? Because once you finish your meditation, your aura, your energy centers are so clean, at least at that point, everything's quiet until things come back in again. So as you do this over and over again, you do it for 5 minutes, you'll notice your stillness and your clarity stays for half an hour to an hour. You do it for 10 minutes, it stays a little longer. To the point of, if you do this every day, any type of well, not any type, specific type of meditation, at some point you notice that things could be exploding around you, and you're going, what's the big deal? This is the situation. These are the options. This is how we take action. You can do that if you're not emotionally, mentally a student of Confucius. You know, confused? No, I'm kidding. You get the idea? Yeah. So much stuff is there. You can have clarity. But as you do your practice, the effect of it lasts longer and longer. So if you do this every single day, it becomes part of you. So I was taught is repeated thoughts and actions manifest as habits. Repeated habits manifest as virtues. You cannot jump from here to here without doing things repetitively. And that's like, Tony, you know, you be there, Tony Robbins says the same thing. You don't expect to go to gym once and expect to be healthy for the rest of your life.
Right.
So even in your spiritual practice, it has to be like that. Now, if I may share something, there are many ways to achieve this stillness. One of them is what we did with the breath. Another way to do it, which is actually easier than doing the breathing, and you thought that was easy, there's an easier way. It's using love. That's why you notice when you love someone, you could have back pain, headache, you could be angry, pissed off, and everything else in between. When you see someone you love and you're so busy trying to make them feel better and make them happy, all that disappear. So the secret is the heart. That's why when we do the meditation and Twin Hearts, that focuses on love. Love from your heart to the people you know. And then this is your human heart. That's when you love your children, your wife, husband, you know, people around you. That's from the human heart.
Right.
When you love someone that you'll probably never meet in your life, somebody across the world in an earthquake, in a famine, you know, Italy having people die because the elements and all that stuff, you really feel that you want to do something, you want to give money, you want to do something. That love is spiritual love. Now, what people don't realize is this type of love is actually called universal love, meaning it's impersonal. You care for someone even though you don't have a direct feedback. Because when you love someone like your children, oh, honey, I love you. You get that feedback, right? But that impersonal universal love is the love that is exhibited by saints. They care for everyone regardless of the feedback they get. It is unconditional. That love comes when it's called the crown center. That's why you notice in a lot of spiritual pictures, they have a halo. The halo is basically that brilliant light coming down, hitting their crown, and it's radiating light. So when you love someone so much, you know, unconditionally, someone that you never get any benefit from, that's universal, unconditional love. So when you do the meditation Twin Hearts, again, I don't know if you got your group can handle one more meditation.
Well, they're asking for it.
Okay.
asking for, so one thing, there's a question that says, what is your favorite type of meditation? And then there's people saying, we need another meditation. So yeah, there are no people, they absolutely, they're hungry for it, for sure.
All right. I always believe in experience rather than just lecture. So if you're up to it,
absolutely,
we'll make
absolutely.
it glow in the dark by the time we're done. Okay.
Absolutely. Love it.
So
Love it.
let
Love
me
it.
just explain it so that, you see, I personally believe that when you do something, it's very, very important to know what you're doing. You know, one of the things I was trained by my spiritual teacher, some of you have gone to my website, his name is Grandmaster Chokok Sui, where I met him 30-something years ago.
Right.
Is he told me that even in spirituality, you have to know what you're doing. You have to know why you do it. Because of that, you'll have the certainty to keep practicing because you have an end result in mind. And so same thing. We did the meditation where you just say, okay, close your eyes, be still. No, we have an outcome we're looking for. And so the steps to it are very, very important. Why do I chant? Why do I do this? All those are important. That puts together that structure so your ritual will have something for you to want to do. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I'll just finish it very quickly. So when what we call meditation twin hearts, the reason called twin hearts, human heart and spiritual heart. When these two get stimulated to the short meditation we're going to do, a lot of you will experience even more deeper stillness than you did earlier, with one major difference. You see, earlier when we did that meditation, that's basically to clear your energy and experience the stillness. And some of you, like you're floating, you feel like you're, what do you call this? Like no mind, quiet. That's great. That's one type of stillness. There are many types of stillness. When you do meditation twin hearts, that we're going to do right now, you can experience stillness, but there's a component of love. So when you have that stillness and that love fused together, that is what the yogis call ananda or bliss. That's why sometimes you see people meditating, they're just not very still. They're like having a cosmic orgasm. Can I say that online?
You can. Listen, my page is we're free talkers here.
Okay. You understand? Because orgasm happens in the brain, not in your sex organs. It's the pleasure, but it's a different type of pleasure. It's not physical pleasure. It's beyond physical, emotional, mental. So some of you who have experienced, you go, yeah, I wish I could have that again. The secret is combining that stillness and intense love. You put the two together. That's what you call ananda or bliss. So if you're up to it, that's
absolutely.
Go at it.
Absolutely.
By the way, some of you might be wondering, hey, how come in your meditations you're not playing music and all this stuff? When I go to other places, they always have music. Can I speak freely?
Please.
Okay, it's something like this. If I was guiding a meditation out in the public of people who've never meditated before, I will have music. The purpose of the music is because the music allows their emotions and thoughts to flow with it, because they can't have peace and stillness. So the music takes them through that. Make sense? However, if you truly want to experience stillness, you have to put your attention on nothing, because anything at some point becomes a distraction. Does that make any sense to you, or is that too philosophical?
Oh, absolutely. No, that's deep. Great. Love it.
And the second thing is this. You've seen people when they meditate, they move, right? The body shakes or they do something. That's basically the body releasing blockages so they can become still. So this is how you tell that you've gotten to a much deeper level of stillness. Your body's not only not moving, some of you go like this. Like you have to remind yourself to breathe. If some of you have ever experienced that in your meditation, that's how you tell you've gotten that still. And you're not going to get there with somebody with noise, music, or anything else. All those are just basically steps to that objective of stillness. Does that make sense, or this is too esoteric for you?
No, perfect.
Because there's so many books written on meditation. I've looked at all of them. There'll be this thick. By the time I'm done, only one paragraph in that book actually applies. The rest of it is because they're so busy trying to help you quiet your mind and your emotions first. But in reality, if you have the right technique, all those things you can bypass. And I assume your group is more advanced, so if it's okay with you, we leapfrog.
Very, very okay.
Okay.
Very okay. Many of the people that are here have already attended, or probably a lot of the people here have seen you. Half the people that I'm looking at the names, I would say probably half of them that I know for sure have already been privileged to have been with you at a live event to experience this. So yeah, most of the people here are seasoned. Well, we're not going to call them seasoned professionals, but they've done it before.
Okay, so don't get tired of me. I'll do my best. All right, here we go. So another thing. All right, follow me. Rub your hands together. And just make it a little more experiential. Okay. Now, the center of your chest, your sternum, that's the origination point of your heart center. Your crown is your spiritual center. Okay, so I just want to guide you in a short experiment using energy, so it's more certain for you when you talk about twin hearts. Otherwise, it's so symbolic. Okay, so put your hand like this, and this is the center of your chest. Just start from here, just like you're feeling energy here. Just form the intention. I'm trying to feel the love energy coming from my heart. Just start from afar, slowly come in, and when you feel a something, could be a tingling, a pressure, a warmth, stop. Okay, some of you more sensitive. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Keep your hand there, but close your eyes. Imagine the face of someone you love very, very dearly on your heart. Smile at them. Recall a happy event you've spent with them. Smile. Now, as you look at their face, just verbally and lovingly say, from my heart to yours,
from my heart to yours,
I shower you with love.
I shower you with love
and much affection.
And much affection.
Unconditionally.
Unconditionally.
Now just feel it. Can any of you feel something different in the sensation in your hands?
Yeah.
Feels like a warmth, a slight pushing. Okay, open your eyes. Now, a lot of you who are sensitive, you'll notice that your hand's slightly being pushed and you have a warm sensation. That's why when you feel like somebody really loves you, when you're with them, you have this warm and fuzzy feeling because your heart center has two main colors, red and gold. I know some of you say, yeah, I thought it's green. There's no green in your heart. Okay, that's not a topic. So your heart literally has two colors, red and gold. So when you love someone, this heart center expands. As it expands, the red penetrates the energy field of the person you love. That red becomes so, diffused. It turns light red, which you and I call pink. So that's one feeling you feel like, ah. And then when you love someone so much, you love them, you want to give everything to them, you're so generous, that's where the words, oh, that person has a heart of
gold.
See, it might sound like a symbolism or metaphor. In ancient times, people could see energy. So they could say, he or she has a heart of gold because they're so generous. So what we're trying to do in this meditation is we first stimulate this one, and then we'll stimulate this one. The way you stimulate this one is through projecting love to people throughout the entire earth who are in trouble, who are suffering. You just want to send love to everyone. So let's just do it. That way you can experience rather than me yakking. Okay? Okay, so when you're ready, sit comfortably. All right, take your left hand, gently tap the center of your chest. Take your right hand, gently tap your crown. Now, the purpose of tapping, just like we did this, is to just kind of stimulate it a little more so it's easier to get into it.
By the way, just to let everybody know, this app flips. So right now I'm doing this is my right hand. It looks like my left, but it is my right hand. So just don't do necessarily what you see us do, but follow the instructions. So left hand on your chest, right hand on your head.
Okay, we good?
Yeah.
All right. So you can put your hands down now. It was just to help it stimulate. Now close your eyes. Just keep your tongue in the roof of your mouth. Just inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Now be aware of the center of your chest, the air you tap. Inhale through that. And exhale. Again, be aware of the center of your chest. Gently inhale love and exhale love. Inhale joy and exhale joy. Inhale intense affection and exhale intense affection. Now be aware of your heart. Inhale, go up to the top of your head, your crown. Exhale and stay there. Just be aware of the top of your head. Some of you might feel a slight pressure or tingling. That's your crown center stimulated. Now put your attention on your crown. Inhale golden light to your crown and gently exhale the golden light. Again, inhale the golden light into your crown and exhale golden light out of the crown. Be aware of your crown. Inhale peace and love and exhale peace and love to all. One more time, be aware of your crown. Inhale peace and love and kindness. And gently exhale peace, love, and kindness to all. By now, a lot of you are experiencing a little bit of stillness and love. Go ahead and raise your hands again this way. You can open your eyes. Don't worry, it won't disappear. Now, first, imagine someone you love in front of you, standing in front of you. Put your attention in the center of your chest, your heart center. Project lots of love to them. Just from your heart, imagine a pink light from your heart pouring through your hands to this person you love. Flood them with love and verbally say, from my heart to yours,
From my heart to yours,
I shower you with love
I shower you with love
and much affection
and much affection,
unconditionally.
unconditional.
Now flood them with beautiful pink light. Flood them with love and affection with absolutely no expectation, but just allowing you to love them. If you're sensitive, you might feel a slight response of something coming back to you. Again, send out a wave of love towards them. And just be still and wait for the response. Now we'll share this love not just with one person, but the entire earth. Imagine the earth in front of you the size of a little ball. Visualize this loved one as one of billions and billions of people on earth. Flood the entire earth in front of you with beautiful pink light. We will use the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi. Most of you have heard of it. Just follow me silently. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred, anywhere in the world, anywhere, let me sow unconditional love. Flood your family, your friends, the people you work with unconditional love. Let this love spread to the city you live in, the state, the country. Let it flood the entire world. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Think of all the people we know going through difficult times in their life, either directly or indirectly affected by the pandemic going on. Bless them with hope and faith and a better life. Visualize their life improving. Visualize things turning around. Fill them with beautiful pink light. Bless them with hope. Bless them with faith for a better tomorrow. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Allow your heart to bloom with so much beautiful pink light and pour that pink light through your hands to the entire earth, blessing the earth with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation, with hope and faith, with light and lots of joy. So be it. Now, if some of you are feeling tingling in your hands or a pressure, that's just energy pouring through you. Just let it flow. Now, Gently move your awareness from your heart up to your throat, up to your face, up to the top of your head, and stay there. Just put your gentle awareness and attention on the top of your head. You might notice a slight pressure or tingling. That's the golden light filling up your crown. Now let that golden light from your crown pour down through your hands and flood your family, all the people you love. Saturate them with beautiful golden light. Let the golden light spread to all your relatives, your friends. Let the golden light spread throughout the entire city, the state, the country. Let it cover the entire world. You and I are just a pipeline from the center of the heart of all loving God through my soul, through my entire being. May every person, every being on earth be blessed unconditionally with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and peace. Bless all the people in the world with peace, with love, and with kindness, especially all the caregivers that are on the front lines, just going out there and helping unconditionally all those people who are sick. Bless all the world leaders to have clarity, wisdom, and courage to make right decisions to save lives. Bless all the people in the service industry that keep the society going. Just fill the earth with so much golden light. Let there be peace, love, and kindness to all. So be it. Now be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown at the same time. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, imagine rivers of golden light are pouring out of your hands to the entire earth. Gently, one more time, be aware of your heart and crown. Take a deep breath. And let the golden light pour out of your hands and fill the earth. Gently, one more time, heart and crown, take a deep breath. And flood the earth with golden light. Just be still. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing, physical healing. Let all be blessed with understanding, goodwill, and especially the willingness to do good and serve others. So be it. Let it flow through us as one. May all be blessed unconditionally. Let all be blessed without expectations. Let all be blessed. So be it. Now, maintain your stillness and awareness. Keep your tongue in the roof of your mouth. Just gently lower your hands on your lap, palms up. Just keep your eyes gently closed, tongue on the roof of your mouth. Above your crown, above your head, imagine the most beautiful golden candle flame you've ever seen in your life. A beautiful golden flame, literally just floating inches away from your head. Just look at it. Be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love up to your crown and into the golden light. And stay there. Your entire awareness is now swimming in that golden flame. It's as if your body, your emotions, your thoughts are all melting into that golden light. You are that light. Just be still. I'm going to chant Om. All you have to do is listen and swim in that golden light. Om. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper into that golden light and stay there. Om. You're going deeper and deeper into that golden light. Naturally going becoming still, peaceful, and filled with love. Om. Let go. Now. Your entire being is immersed in brilliant, brilliant light. Every fiber of your being is immersed in intense love, sweetness, joy, and ananda, divine bliss. Now, let go. Gently, very, very slowly, come back to your body. Gently move your fingers and your toes. Very gently, slowly slide back to your body. Now, take your time. Come back. Now, raise your hands like you did before. We're going to use the excess energy our bodies cannot absorb and use it to bless the people you love, your finances, your career, your job, whoever you want. You have all this excess energy. First, think of all the people you love, put them in front of you, fill them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and spirituality. So be it. Now visualize your job, your career, your finances, bless it with success, with advancement and progress. Now, so be it. Bless all the people you know who are having difficult times right now. Flood them with golden light. Wish them well. May their life get better and better. So be it. And just let the golden light spread throughout the entire world. May every person, every being be blessed unconditionally. And we are so grateful for this opportunity to share this love. Thank you. Okay, slowly and gently open your eyes. How are you guys doing?
Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Amazing. And with the stillness, wow, I saw a lot of blue and lavender light mixed in there as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those mean many things. That's why you notice if we go to India, a lot of the deities are painted blue.
Mm.
And a lot of you notice when you meditate, you see blue light, you see golden light, you see a violet light. Those are energy, those are the colors of the upper centers. So that's,
yeah, nine times out of 10, it's blue and like a lavender violet light. That's more often than not what I see. So that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah, if you're Catholic, you always notice the Virgin Mary's cloak is always blue.
Mm.
Not by accident.
Actually.
Those are all once you understand how energy works, all these different religions start to make sense. They're there as an image to hold the secret. Once you understand energy, those secrets open like that.
Well, we're much more alike than we are different. That's for sure. Religion, people, everything. Thank you for that. That was powerful. Absolutely. I love your blue shirt, by the way. And I guess I don't know what color it is.
Yeah.
But I guess it all
like a grab,
It's all
shorts, actually, you just have the top shirt. No, I'm kidding.
Remember what I'm wearing, so
okay. Or not wearing.
So listen, this has been absolutely amazing. I would love to have you go into the cutting of negative energies, but I know that might take a while. I don't know if you want to give a little information on that.
If you have time, if your audience are still conscious.
Listen, would everybody love to hear a little bit more, because what I'm asking him for is so super powerful. So give me some hearts, or give me some comments here. Let me know that you'd like Mr. The Master Co here continue and go a little further and give us a little bit of cleansing, of how to cleanse your energies and not just meditate, and how to clean and cut negative energy from your life. So yeah, I'm getting yes, please, 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 yes, grateful hearts, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll do my best. So several things. Number one, every time you're with someone who's not very positive, I'll just put it that way, when they project something to you, they're not like sending you stuff. It's just when they talk and you listen, as soon as you accept what they say, it enters your system. That's how it works. That's why in what we call psychic self-defense, we actually teach a class on that. Rule number one in psychic self-defense is called the principle of non-reaction. Non-reaction means if somebody projects negative energy towards you, if you don't pay attention to it, it bounces away. But the minute you focus on it, you open the door, it comes in. That's why you notice when somebody tells you, oh, this guy doesn't like you. And next time you see that person, yeah, I could feel it. Well, the guy hasn't liked you for 10 years. You just felt it after you thought about it. Because as you think about it, you open the door. So that's part one. And I think that's one of the things that people have to understand is when you become more sensitive, and a lot of you are, as you do more meditation and spiritual work, your vibration is rising. That's why there are places you used to enjoy, you can't go there anymore. It drives you nuts. There are people you used to hang around with, now you're with them, it's like, you are shallow or you feel heavy. Not because they change, because you change. Your vibration went up, you're feeling the contrast. Now, without these tools that we're trying to share with you, it's going to be more and more difficult for you to raise your vibration and still interact with people. Make sense? So the
Yeah.
secret is how to use this energy so that you can, let's just say, not really protect. I don't like to use the word protect because people on the spiritual path have this notion that people are out to get you. It's not. People got better things to do. People don't wake up in the morning and say, who am I going to attack today? It's just that you become more sensitive to people. So you sometimes think, oh, yeah, that person's negative. He's sending stuff. That guy is just a negative person, period. Nothing to do with you. But as you react to it, because of the difference in energy, you're always like, oh, what's going on? Make sense? So we'll do it in steps. So number one, principle of non-reaction. If it doesn't concern you, it's my favorite mantra, Om, whatever, Om. It's like, let little things pass. Sometimes people are so, what's the word? They catch everyone. Oh, you said this. You didn't look at me right. Look, life is learning to let go and move on. If you catch everything like this, you're so exacting. The law of karma says people will be exacting to you. You just say, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. That person's a nice person. Let the thing pass. That's how you sleep at night. That's an active way of changing your consciousness. Because if you look at everything, oh yeah, that person is, he has this look on me and blah, blah, blah. You'll never have inner peace. The key is to just let things be, move forward. That's part one. Part two. If you do notice that there's some people are energetically sticky, they like to energetically stick on you, and you can always feel them whenever they're with you. We call this cutting the cord. Now, just to put things in context, I'm sure you heard of voodoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Voodoo, by the way, voodoo has healing, they have meditation, and if you piss them off, they do acupuncture at a distance. Okay? Anyway, the traditional way of countering voodoo is if you know somebody's doing these crazy things to you, is you get a knife. Okay, don't do this. I'm just explaining the context. You get a knife, you have it blessed by a priest, a rabbi, or somebody who's a spiritual guy. And once it's blessed, that means they infuse it with spiritual energy. They actually do certain rituals of cutting the connection between you and whoever that's doing to you. Because anytime there's movement of energy, it forms an energy cord, okay? like a electrical wire. So that's how energy moves back and forth. Make sense? So if you notice that you go to a place or people who are always projecting negative energy, or you don't like them, whatever, and you just feel encroaching on your energy field, you just put your hand like this. Preferably use your dominant hand, okay? Because your dominant hand, when you do something, there's more certainty. Like most of the time when you want to hit someone, you want to make sure they get hurt. You don't use your weak hand, you use your stronger hand.
Right.
So that dominant hand, when you do something with energy, it's more certain. So basically what you do is this. Okay, I'll back up a little bit. So what you do is, at night, before you go to bed, you just imagine, see if I can have a wire. 1 second. Okay. Okay, I'm sure you can see this, right? So just imagine the not physical one, but energy cables connected to you. So the way you do it is like this. First, you imagine a green fire on the floor, green fire, or a hole in the ground. We teach this in the class. I'm just giving you the super shortcut technique. Visualize a green fire, like green coming out, but a foot or so. Then you go like this. Remember, these cords are energetically perpendicular to your body. So my body's vertical like this. These cords are going like that. So why don't you guys try it with me? Because I think some of you are sensitive enough, you actually feel it. So imagine they're going this way, right? So you put one hand here, one here below your groin. Okay, I can show you that. You see my shorts. No, I'm kidding. Okay, you go like this. You verbally say it. You say, any negative connections to the front of my body.
To the front of my body.
Okay, now you say, gather. Now, if you look at my hand, they are not aligned. They're misaligned. The reason okay, see if I dang. Okay, they're work with the camera. The reason they're not aligned is because if I go like this, if I feel something with this hand to this hand, it would not be accurate because this hand could be feeling this guy. But if one hand is here, one hand is here. If I feel something here, I feel something here, it must be a pipeline.
Right.
Make sense? Okay, so let's try. Put that one hand below your groin, one hand above. Misalign it, the top hand a little forward. Say it again. Any negative connections to the front of my body.
Negative connections to the front of my body.
Okay, that allows you to tune into it. Say gather. Now, before your two hands cross, see if you can feel a something in between.
Yeah.
There's almost like a thickness. Those are all the pipeline. So what you're going to do is like this. Say gather,
Gather.
gather, gather, clamp together. You clamp them together. Now slowly pull. If you're sensitive, you might feel a slight sensation or almost a resistance or a nausea for some of you. Now go like this. Give it a tug. Let go of your dominant hand. Say cut, cut, cut.
Cut, cut.
And then visualize the green fire, throw it into the fire, like throwing trash. Then you just go like this. You just slowly, like you're brushing, but you're actually removing the remnants of that energy and throw it into the green fire. Okay? Now that's the front. How are you going to do the back? Unless you have real flexible arms. The way you do it, you visualize looking at your own back. Okay? Now, here's the thing. A lot of books on healing and meditation always say you have to see things clearly. That's not really the case. It's not the image that has to be clear, because not everybody can visualize. It's the intention that has to be clear. So the way you clarify your intention, well, first of all, I don't know what my back looks like. Do you? Most people don't. So if you don't, then you're screwed. So it's not the image, it's the intention. So the way you do is like this. You visualize that something that kind of looks like your back, and you silently repeat your name 2-3 times to clarify, this is me. That's all. Simple, easy. Okay? So follow me. Go like this. So this is the back of your head. This is the base of your spine. Okay? Again, you cannot see in the camera, but that's what we're trying to do. So just like you did in the front, misalign. Make sure they're not even. Misalign. Repeat after me. Any negative connections to my back.
Connections to my back.
Gather, gather,
Gather.
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 Now you'll notice before your two hands cross, some of you might also feel a thickness. Okay? Go like this. Say, gather, gather, clamp together. Okay, now remember, I'm visualizing my body in front of me, right? So you slowly pull away, give it a tug, and just one hand, cut, cut, cut.
Cut.
The green fire. Okay, go like this into the green fire. Go like this. Imagine putting that fire away. Then one more time, just brush your back a little bit, just in case there are any remnants. Oops, forgot the fire. Okay, visualize the green fire again, like that. Okay, go like this. All right. Now, could you guys move your back? See if you anybody notice anything different.
Well, I'm standing. I feel lighter. I'm standing more. I feel lighter in my chair.
Yeah, and a lot of people feel almost like, hey, how come my back feels looser?
Yeah.
So some people, if they have pain or discomfort and it goes away or diminish, that means the cause is not entirely physiological. It could be also energetic. So that's one way. Now, another way is something like this. Do you have time?
Yeah, I've got time. If you've got time, I really appreciate you spending a little extra time. Okay. That cutting the cord, that's with green light, right?
You don't need the fire beside you is green light. This hand, you just use your will, just cut it like that. Okay. The second thing that you can do is something like this. Let's say you've gone to a meeting, or not right now, but later on, or you just feel like people's stuff is on you. You can do a self-cleansing, and these are the two colors, green and violet. So you just imagine that you have a big green glove, okay, like a huge green glove. Okay, visualize your green fire. Normally what we do in our classes is we have a bucket of salt water. You see, if you're Catholic, you already know holy water is essentially salt water and the priest prayer on top of it. Salt and water has been used since ancient times to purify and neutralize negative energy, okay? So if you have salt water bucket, or you just visualize a green fire. Now, for some of you who are new, why are we using the color green? It's as simple as this. If you eat sushi, you notice you mix it with wasabi, the green stuff. When you clean your space, a lot of people use sage or sandalwood. In both cases, the main ingredient is green energy. Green energy breaks down negative thoughts and negative emotions. Well, sort of. The next one is violet. Violet, you notice that I'm referring to the Catholic tradition because a lot of you at least have seen this. What do you call that sacrament where you go into a little box and you emotionally vomit on the priest?
Confession.
Confession, okay. That's what you do, right? Bless you, Father, Five, Six, go like that. Imagine a guy sitting in a box, listening to people unload on him, right? So the way he is protected, and don't bother asking your priest. I have students that are priests. I ask them, they don't have a clue. They always wear a purple scarf around their neck. It's called a stole. Now, you'll notice every sacrament has a particular color because it carries that frequency. So when they put that violet thing around their neck, their entire energy field is filled with violet light. Now, violet, does two things. It breaks down negative thoughts and negative emotions and raises your vibration. That's why a lot of you, as you do more meditation, some level of spiritual practice, you get drawn to the color violet because the violet energy is forming in your head. Make sense? And when you're meditating, when you see violet, that's when some of you go like this and you go deeper. So the color violet breaks down negative emotions and thoughts and raises your frequency.
Mm.
So in this super short crash course on what we do, we're going to learn how to clean ourselves with green light and violet light. Now, here's the secret. Make the color light, not dark. Not dark green, but almost like just imagine green, but just make it lighter in shade. Okay? And violet like lavender. So put your hand like this. We'll just make this quick. Visualize your green glove. And just imagine brushing down like a squeegee. You know, you're cleaning your head, your face. Oh, by the way, if you're pregnant, use white. Huh? Pregnant women cannot use green in the belly. I'll explain that after. So use the green light, go like this. Your throat area, your chest, down, all the way down to your feet. And just imagine throwing to the green fire again. Okay, then left side, light green, and throw it into the green fire. Then right side, just imagine the green light going right through you. Throw it in the green fire. Visualize you're looking in your own back. You're looking at your own back. Say your name in your mind. Just brush down with green light. Just go like this. Imagine green light going down your spine. Especially if you have back pain, like the green light just go in and break up any blockage of energy flow. Throw it into the fire. Left side, right side. Okay? Now, imagine violet light. Imagine violet light. Super, super bright violet light. Okay? Do the same thing, but a little slower. Let the violet light clean your crown, your face very slowly, your throat, your chest, your midsection, down to your reproductive organs, down to your feet, and dump it to the green fire. Then left side, very slowly, violet light. If you're not confident in your visualization, just keep saying in your mind, violet light, violet light, violet light, violet light, throw it in the fire. Right side, violet light, violet light, violet light, all the way down. Dump it to the fire. Last one, imagine looking at your own back, say your name, violet light, violet light. Okay, violet light. Focus on the mid back. That's where we store a lot of resentment. Violet light, down the base of your spine, toward the green fire. Left side, violet light, violet light, violet light. And the other side, violet light, violet light, violet light. Okay, when you're done, just kind of go like this. Then when you get a chance, when we're done, you can go wash with salt, regular fine salt and water just to clean your hands. And then put out the fire. Okay, how do you feel?
Fantastic. A lot looser. My mid back is looser. My thoracic is looser. That feels great, actually. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we teach this to doctors and nurses for self-maintenance. You're already taking care of hygiene. That's physical hygiene. This is part of energy hygiene.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Love it. So I have a question here from Amanda. What is the best color for protection?
Okay. Actually, it's not the one that most people use. Most people use white light, right? Okay. Here's what happens. White light breaks down easily. Is this too much for you guys, or is it?
No, love it, loving it. Matter of fact, yeah. There's someone says that they feel a little nausea right now.
Yeah.
Susie says she feels.
They're releasing. So if you feel a negative reaction of any sort, nausea, pain, whatever, you go and clean some more. It's just like you uncorked it. It's now coming out. Now, I think a lot of people make is, oh, I'm not feeling good. So somebody else will say, oh, let me help you. They put their hands on you. They put more energy. They shove it deeper. The key is cleansing. Just clean it out. That's the nice thing about it. We always say in our classes, you can never over clean. Because once all the crap is out, nothing to come out. Right?
Right.
Okay. So if you feel nausea, just do this a little bit to clean it off. Now, to just talk a little bit about protection. Most people, they visualize white light around them. That's good and it's easy for most people, but they don't last. So
Mm.
if you want something stronger, the colors you want to hear the possibilities. You can imagine a green bubble, green, because what happens is when negative energy hits it, it breaks it down. That's one color. Another one people can use is violet. Just imagine, very light lavender, just like your shirt, like a violet bubble around you. And you will notice when you have that violet light, people will be screaming at you and you'll be listening to them. It's like you're behind a glass door. You hear it, but you don't feel it because as soon as it hits the violet, it's being transformed into light. And some people, they use gold. So green, violet, or gold. Any of those would work. Just imagine you're inside it and you just take, and here's another thing. You see, a lot of people make assumptions that have no basis. In other words, they go, okay, I'm affirming I'm inside a white light shield. It's not that simple because if you haven't practiced, most likely your bubble is only up to here.
Mm.
And usually in what we do, we can actually feel it. So you should take at least 2 to 3 minutes to really take the time to form the bubble all around you. As in all around, down, up, left, right, you're inside 2-3 minutes. If you do it properly, 2-3 minutes of this visualization will last about 6 hours. That's based on our experience. I mean, literally scan and we have somebody who could see it. But if you just sit there, I affirm this, people go, it's gone. Okay, I know that sounds really harsh, but you don't want to walk around with an assumption that, oh, okay, it's protecting, but it's not doing anything. And that's one thing we do. Just like you feel energy, what we do in our classes is, okay, we have this psychic protection class. Okay, build your shield. As they build their shield, we actually go there and try to tear it and then check again. Oh, it's gone. Because if you cannot withstand the aggression of a friend, how the heck is it going to work outside?
Yeah. So you think that, so along to one of the questions that was posed, how often should we cleanse? Should we do the cleanse? But go ahead and answer that one first, if you will. How often should we do the cleanse?
Depends on what you go through. If your job involves being with people who are not very positive, or you're involved with, let's say you work with a lot of sick people where there's a lot of despair and pain, again, they're not trying to attack you. You just want to keep that energetic barrier so the negative energy doesn't come to you. Then you do the cleansing every day. But if you just, your job doesn't really require a lot of that, maybe 3-4 times a week, the most.
So, and to build that lavender shield or that bubble, would you recommend doing that every day as you're maybe going into a place that's going to be, that you think may be negative, or so every morning, or like do it every morning, or do it, how would you, or just when you're getting to a place, what would you recommend?
If you, again, it depends on the situation. If you need to, you do it. Now, there's a shortcut. This is for lazy people. The shortcut is you wear the right jewelry. I think, Tony, you've seen me talk to the crew. Yeah. We always teach them this because come the third day of UPW with Dickens process, I mean, the whole room was like,
nice.
Right? The crew was always asking me, is there something?
I remember there's a couple of them, and yeah. So, just turn the side.
Oh, you remember that, huh?
I do.
What you can do is wear a specific type of jewelry. So one of them is a green stone, green tourmaline, green jade, very deep green, green emerald, non-dominant hand. If I'm right-handed, it's my left hand, middle finger. Okay? So left hand, middle finger, okay, green stone. The reason it's non-dominant, it's as simple as this. Energetically, your dominant hand energy is normally going out. That's why it's easier. When you're pointing, it's easier to point with your dominant hand. This is not as much. Your non-dominant hand is absorbing. So when you wear a green stone here, this finger, your middle finger, is connected to your heart. So the green energy will go to your heart, and the longer you wear it, your aura is saturated with green energy. That's all. One thing you will notice if you start doing this within maybe 3-4 days, you start noticing you're not as sensitive to negative energy around you. You start noticing, hey, how come that person's not bothering me anymore? It used to be just looking at him, I'd get nausea. Doesn't bother me, because what happens when you wear that, if you have more green energy in your body without having to think about it, any type of negative energy coming in, unless it's really strong, as soon as it hits your green aura, it's broken down, it never goes in. In fact, the nice thing about this is as simple as this. If you know someone who does not believe in any of this stuff, if they just wear the right stone in the right place, they have the same identical effect. because you don't need to believe it to make it work. It just has to be the right energy channel to have the effect.
It's like gravity. Even if you don't believe in gravity, it doesn't mean it's not there, right?
You jump off a building, you'll find out it's real. Okay, the second stone is violet. You wear a violet stone on your chest, like an amethyst, or if you have the budget for it, something even better is tanzanite, which is actually blue and violet combined, or indigo as they call it. So when you wear it on your chest,
hold on. I'm taking notes, as everybody should be taking notes. And thank you, Keisha, by the way, as Keisha's the one putting in, all the little things here. So thank you. So indigo, and what did you say? What kind of stone was that?
Tanzanite.
Tanzanite?
Yeah, it's from a place called Tanzania in Africa. Tanzanite. It's bluish violet. So again, if you have that budget, that's beautiful, and it's a lot of energy. So you wear it on your chest. So when you wear that, your energy field is now saturated with violet light. So it's as if you're meditating every day.
Yeah. Well, somebody's asking, how about a bracelet?
Bracelet does not work as well.
Okay.
Because you need to have this channel, and if when you wear it on your chest, it immediately is triggered by your heart center, which pushes the violet light everywhere.
Okay. And how about violet, amethyst?
Amethyst or tanzanite, either one would work.
Or amethyst.
See, the secret behind gemstones is this. I'm trying to see if I should share this with you, because some of you might get shocked.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, it's in the books taught by my teacher, so I'll make it super simple for you. You notice you go out there, you see books on crystals about this thick, and they say this gemstone is connected to this astrological sign, to this planet, to this aromatherapy smell, right?
Right.
My question to you: how do you prove it? How do you know you're not one planet off?
You don't. I don't.
Exactly. See, I'm originally an engineer by trade. So when I got into this, I was very cynical. And when I learned the teachings from my teacher, he's also an engineer. Everything has to make sense. So
but if I could just ask you to take like 3 minutes and explain to people, because that's something where we probably should have started, how you actually came to be, or come to do what you do now, how you came to learn and study all of this, because the story is beautiful.
All right, I'll share with you then. Remind me to finish this part on the.
Finish this part and then tell us the story. However, but that just came to my mind. That says, what? Because you're talking about how you were an engineer and how this and the all needed to make sense. And I said, oh my God, that's right. You came upon this. You didn't grow up in a Buddhist in a Buddhist monastery or anything, but you came about this because of your family. So
okay, so let me do this so that I have your notes make sense, and I'll tell you.
All right,
it's as simple as this. I'm kind of hesitant because this will shock a lot of you. See, gemstones work because of the energy they emit, right? So different gemstones, different crystals emit certain energies. Now, these different energies are classified into different frequencies. These different frequencies are what you and I call visually as color. So essentially, what happens is this: if you have a green stone, an emerald, and you have a green tourmaline, a green whatever, assuming the stones are the same size, same shade of color, when you put it on your body could not tell the difference. It could not tell the difference between $50,000 or $10. Because it's responding to the energy that hits you. So if you have a red stone like a garnet, and you have a red ruby, assuming, again, same size, same color, same shade, your body cannot tell. Your chakras, your energy center will respond to the color coming off it. That means the book that is this thick suddenly went like that.
Fascinating.
I know it shocked some of you.
So you don't have to spend money on that super expensive stone because it's so unique and rare, when you can get something comparable that looks the same color, just doesn't have the same name.
If you're buying it for energy. Now, a diamond. A 1-carat diamond, decent quality, will be about $5,000 to $6,000. Decent quality. 10.1 carat put together will be less than $1,000. Energetically, your body cannot tell the difference. But if somebody's gonna give it to you, ask for the solitaire. Smart, better investment.
Right.
But energetically identical. Anyway, all right. Let me just tell you a quick story. Unlike most of you, I was not interested in any of this stuff at all. In fact, I thought all of this was from the other side. You know what I mean? If you go to church, But in 1988, my wife fell from 14 feet straight on hard concrete. So her hip bone separated like that. So for 1 week, the doctor pulled it with sandbags. They call it traction. Once it's even, the doctor gave me the news. He said, it'll take at least 3.5 months before she can learn to walk. I go, what? That's way too long. I said, no way. I was in the Philippines then. And I said, there must be another way. The doctor says, there's no way. That's it. Well, one thing I learned growing up, I don't know who taught it to me. It must be my parents. They told me, life will give you what you're willing to settle for. And I remember it stuck into my head. It's not an option. The doctor says, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not an option. I just ignored the guy. Okay. So I started looking around. That's when I met my teacher, Grandmaster Chua Kok Sui. He's a Chinese teacher. And I started learning this technique called Pranic healing. The word Pranic comes from the word prana, or in Chinese called Qi, life force. Pranic healing, or energy healing. Anyway, make a long story short, I took the class, worked on her using the technique. In 2 weeks, she was walking. In 5 weeks, she was running. And that's with the x-ray showing the bones healing faster. Now, here's the important part of the whole thing. The entire time, I felt nothing. We would do this experiment, everybody going, whoa, I'm going, I have no idea what you're talking about. But you see, he's an engineer. So he told me, he said, look, you might or might not feel it, but when the body's sick or have any disorder, that means there's a disruption of energy flow. If you can put the right energy in the right place, the body has the fuel to repair itself, regardless if you feel something or not. I said, I can handle that. So that's how it started. Then many years later, our second daughter was diagnosed with autism. I always share this one. At 4 years old, she had the mental capability of a year and a half. Same thing. I just followed what my teacher taught me. There's a protocol, like a recipe for it. And then it took a while. It took 6 years. Now she's 20. Well, how old is she? I think she's 20. She's going to school, drives her own car, lots of friends, and she has attitude. So,
love it.
Started.
Love it.
So that gives you a little synopsis.
Yeah, I love it. So I think that that's such an important story. And I think Steve Chinen in here said that he's always fascinated to hear about people having a totally different career to start than what they get called to do. So this was definitely a calling for you. And look, and I think that that's important for people to understand that, again, like you said, you thought that this was completely otherworldly, I guess we'll call it, or, whatever term people want to use, but that you came to it and that it's so powerful. And I think it's so powerful. That's why I asked you to come on and join us. And one of the things that I want to just remind everyone, someone in here said, how often should you clean? This is a great time. These are great times to clean everything. And you know what? Maybe after watching the news, just a suggestion, maybe after watching the news, you might want to do that separation and just cut. Yeah. And when you turn off the TV and just cut those lines, because that negative energy, that negative energy just it emanates from you, and then it affects the way that, especially now when everybody we're home with our spouses, we're home with our kids, and all that negativity, everybody's so negative. What is going to happen? There's going to be discourse, there's going to be unsettling, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be frustrations, more anxiety than ever. So I think anxiety is just a stacking of things. So I think that just cutting those cords, because we all have so many things, right? So many cords being pulled in so many directions, that every now and again, just cutting those cords are so important. So this is one of the reasons I wanted to have you on today. I'm so grateful to have you come on and for you staying with us for quite a while here. Again, thank you. I'll make it up to you next time I see you for sure. I appreciate you, my friend. Any parting words for us? I mean, there's so much. I mean, I was going to say what are a couple of things, but I hope everybody was taking notes. And if you didn't take notes, by all means, go back, watch this again and again. The reason I was asking everyone to share it with your groups and share it with your friends is the very reason that so many of you are here and are still here. Please share this. This is so powerful. And again, in the times that we're in, with all the negativity that we're facing, being able and having the tools to be able to cut some of that negative energy is so important, because we can all be that energy that shines and shines out and be the light, to kind of change Gandhi's quote a little bit, be the light that you need to see in the world, right? Not just the change you want to see in the world, but be the light. And we all have the light. And thank you, Master Co, for helping us clear that light and learning a little bit of how to do it ourselves and how to hopefully go and share it with our children, our loved ones. that as well. So I will let you give you the final word, because again, thank you so much for the time that you've been here. I really appreciate it.
Sorry, it was longer than an hour, but
Yes.
Anyway, so just two things. One is, I think you can check any website where they always say that when a person has fear, it affects their immune system. It lowers their immune system.
Right.
And fear is good in the sense that it protects you. But once that fear becomes part of your consciousness, then instead of just protecting you, it could actually make you worse because you'll drop your immune system. So the key is to be smart about it. If you read the news, that it's good so you're informed of what need to do. So you extract the information you need so you can be prepared. And then all the other aura of anger, fear, and all that stuff, you cut, you clean it off you. At least you have what you need to protect yourself and focus on what you want. So that's one. And number two, what we try to do, and again, this is free. I just want to make sure if I can share.
Please.
When all these things happen, one thing I was thinking of, people cannot get out of the house. They cannot go to classes, but they're online. So in our website, I did two things. One, it's called mastercode.org, if you don't mind me sharing it.
Please. No, I insist, because, have everybody be able to find you and hopefully, do whatever they can to support you, because it's so powerful what you're doing in the world.
Yeah. So in our website, I'm sure you'll have it there, mastercode.org. There's two places. One is called live streams, where it has a meditation on how to clear your consciousness more, in addition to what we did today, and also to help people with respiratory issues, which you can actually do to yourself. It's part of self-healing. It's just, you just press play and follow. Okay. The second part we just started a few days ago on another one. It's called Healing Chants. And one of the mantras called Om Mani Padme Hum, which is chanted by millions of people for thousands of years, has healing effect for your body, your emotions, and your thoughts. And each day we have a specific topic or specific purpose. Like, for example, the first day is for all the healthcare practitioners and caregivers. We can sit there and say, oh, you guys are, I hope you're doing well. But we can get together, bond our consciousness together, and just send them light. And the second one is for the patients that are affected. The third day is for the leaders. The next day is to just send energy to dissolve these thoughts of energy of coronavirus. Next one is the service industry. Next one is the finances, the economy of the world. So we try to do is, at least as world citizens, we do our meditation, spiritual practice, and actually part of, as we always say, the solution of sending this good energy towards them. And so I would encourage you, these two sites, pages, does not require sign up. That's why we took it out of there, so that anybody can do it. So there any resistance of not doing this, I don't want to give this and that, it's out. You should just press play and practice. And the more of us that do this, will not only purify our consciousness, will actually be part of, as you're saying, Tony, bring light into the world. So I hope you can join me for that.
Absolutely. Listen, and Amanda, thank you for this. She just posted, follow Master Co on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to masterco.org. This man is helping to change the world, one meditation at a time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I honor you for your time. Like I said, I owe you. Next time that I see you, thank you so much. Honor, respect your time, and just, for the love that you're sharing with us. So I'm going to just end the broadcast in a minute, and then I'll click end. If you can just hang on for a minute so we can just kind of wrap up. All right, everyone, thank you again so much for watching. And again, for sharing this and for continuing to share this and tag people to this, because these are messages as valuable as you felt this information is. Share it with the world, because again, what's the purpose of being able to have something valuable and powerful that can change our lives, if not to share it with those that we love and share it with the world, because the world needs more of this. The world needs more Master Co. The world needs you to show up more each and every day, and as that bright light to shine hope and love and faith and change that we want to see. So thank you again. And remember, my friends, that in life, it is not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get up. If you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. And it is in falling that we learn, and getting up that we grow. And all of us, and each and every day, have the opportunity to get up and grow. And grow we must, because we're all growing through what we go through. I appreciate all of you. And again, thank you for everyone that's out there doing their part, both in the medical service and all services that are keeping this country going and the world going. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you all. Have a great night.